UM-Flint is more than a place. It is a community of people. In the last year, everything has changed for every one of us. This is one student's story.
I'm Alexandra Wesley. I'm a nursing student at the University of Michigan-Flint. At University of Michigan-Flint, you get a unique education that you can't get anywhere else. You have professors here that care about you. In March, when the coronavirus had originally came to the United States, the more I learned, the more I realized this is going to be a mess. But at the end of the day, you just have to take a deep breath and say, I'm doing my part. I'm wearing my mask, and the university also offered vaccines to all the nursing students. They had a banner that said I got my COVID vaccine, so I took my picture and I was very excited. It felt like I was participating in history. I will live to tell my grandkids. I was a nursing student and I received my COVID vaccine at school. I tell people who reach out to me and they say, I want to do nursing, or I don't know where to go to school. I tell them go to University of Michigan-Flint, because as a nursing student, you can make a difference in more ways than you realize.
A year unlike any other has passed. But at UM-Flint, we stand resilient and carry on. Undeterred and united by a common purpose, our faculty, staff, and students persevere, each fulfilling the academic mission of the university: to teach, to learn, to discover new knowledge, to create art and inventions, and to serve our community. At the University of Michigan-Flint, this is what we do.
It was just over a year ago that I stood here in this exact same spot, in this packed hall, and described Project 2020, an action plan for repositioning UM-Flint for the next 20 years. And 7 short weeks later, just 7 months into my chancellorship, the world turned upside down with the onset of a growing pandemic. But today we stand here united with resolve, with a deep sense of recommitment and the determination to achieve the results we need for our students, our campus, and our community. Project 2020 is an action plan to create an environment for institutional success. Success of faculty, staff, and students. Since then, we have focused on increasing recruitment, retention, and graduation. We have expanded academic frontiers to help manifest a deeper commitment to research and other creative activities. Finally, Project 2020 is also about the need for us to collaborate and create new partnerships in order to achieve the institutional goals. Most important and tangible results of the last year came from this task force on recruitment, retention, and graduation imperatives that, following President Schlichel's generous offer to help regional campuses with one-time funding. We are now coordinating our efforts to communicate to current and potential students that resources are available for you to attend UM-Flint and graduate. Through focus groups and consultation with stakeholders, we named this campaign Blue for You, Empowering Your Future. We want statewide visibility for this unprecedented program. We want everyone at UM-Flint to know about the details of this program. Please visit the website, but let me outline for you some key programs in Blue for You. Flint First. This is a program that will provide direct aid to Flint students, partnering with Flint Promise, and we will assist Flint high school graduates to attend UM-Flint. I'm very, very happy about this one. We are providing more scholarships to transfer students from community colleges. The new Maze Grant is for students who qualify for Pell, but they do not end up getting the full amount. So there is a gap, and the Maze Grant helps us fill this gap. Graduate scholarships are also now in place for all alumni of U of M campuses, along with other new scholarships for students pursuing higher degrees. The Promise Scholars, as you know, across the state of Michigan, will get stipends along with housing scholarships. This is a very important program. Then we have the Graduation Assistance to help students who are very close to graduation and have exhausted their loans and Pell funding. This funds will allow them to graduate. Student Veteran Support, very important, will provide gap funding when their VA benefits either run out or will not cover specific courses. We are also providing support to the Writing Center so that students at UM-Flint can receive the assistance they need. New undergraduate research and internship opportunities are a key part of this Blue for You. These opportunities will now be available for our students through the Office of Research and Economic Development, as well as the new Urban Institute for Racial, Economic, and Environmental Justice. Finally, as you all know, many of our students are parents. And that is why we also established a new childcare grant program to help them care for their kids while they attend UM-Flint. Now let's meet a student who needed childcare support, and this grant helped her to continue her education.
My name is Briesa Hamlin. I am a junior business administration major here at UM-Flint. I have a 9-month-old daughter. Her name is Zari. She's super smart. She has a super bold personality. She's very expressive to be so young. I learned about the child care grant from the Office of Financial Aid, and it was like perfect timing because my daughter was getting to the age where I needed to go back to work and I had to figure out exactly what I would do with her. Being a student alone is really tough, but being a student and a parent is like crazy. And to know that your university is like willing to help you be able to stay in school and reach your goals is like a really good feeling. It just shows that they really care about their students regardless of their circumstances. I really just want my daughter to know that she can do anything that she can put her mind to, regardless of the circumstances. And that's kind of like why I choose to lead by example and keep going to school, keep working, not give up, because I definitely want to be able to one day like tell her, I went through this, I did it, and I made it, so you can definitely do the same.
Every university, particularly regional public institutions, are student-centric institutions. But you know what? We need to separate ourselves, and we can do so by moving at the speed of students. The digital world was ushered long time ago by emails. But students have gone past emails. It's too slow. They text, instant message, they get the information from social media, and are used to chatbots on website. The reality is this: the world our students live in is on and active 24/7. Our students move at a pace that makes sense for them, for their many responsibilities that they hold in their lives, from jobs to family to healthcare to entertainment. We must be responsive, our processes need to be efficient, and we must take our cues from our students and move at the pace that they move, that they require us to move. Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Chris Giordano, and his team will lead the Speed of Students project. The implementation of a new CRM, Customer Relationship Management, is underway and will launch soon. This will help us automatically deploy key messages to prospective and current students depending on what stage they are in at UM-Flint. This technology will ensure that responsiveness is built into our communications with students. We are working with industries, local businesses, and nonprofits to open up new opportunities for our students for real-world experiences and job placements. That is why we are also focusing on the development of in-demand programs that allow us to respond quickly to workforce needs of the next decade. A critical component of student services is advising. We are adding a lot more advisors to provide personalized attention to each and every student. We are streamlining their academic pathways by curricular mapping. Someone on this campus who understands the importance of Speed of Students is Vicki Jaskowitz. She is an advisor and fully committed to helping our students.
I've worked at U of M-Flint for 9 years. I love U of M-Flint. We have a very diverse population of students and faculty and staff, and that's one thing that I love about the school. It's that family atmosphere, that small town. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's trying to help them out. And I find that with my colleagues on campus, they're very, very student-centered, always willing to help students and guide them throughout their academic career. I have a great story as to why your advisor is an advocate for you. I recently had a student that was going to drop out of school due to a scholarship, thinking that she didn't have it. I held a meeting together with myself, the student, and financial aid, and we got it all figured out, and she was getting her scholarship, and she then continued to stay in school. We are family here, and that's what I love about working at this university.
During the last year, our campus made very good progress on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Led by a 26-member DEI committee, a thoughtful strategic action plan has been developed and is now under implementation. In addition to the funding from Chancellor's office, $500,000 from Blue for You has been allocated to DEI. The university's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion is central to us ensuring that each member of our community, faculty, staff, and students, has the opportunity to excel at U of M-Flint. Our commitment to academic excellence has stood the tests of last year. The dedication of U of M-Flint faculty and staff allowed education to thrive online and where it could on campus. Not only that, we've been able to implement new academic programs and initiatives that will set us up for success in the future.
The College of Innovation and Technology is an exciting new venture that will offer our students opportunities to study areas like advanced manufacturing, cybersecurity, biotechnology, and other sectors that are related to Industry 4.0. Through significant engagements with our industrial partners, we'll be able to offer them a unique educational experience that prepares them for their career in all of these technology fields. And technology is pervasive in the world, so this will really set them up for being prepared for not only their first job, but for their career going forward.
As Dean Pearson explained, the CIT is a new opportunity for U of M-Flint. Not only for technology programs, the new college will provide an environment for innovation where STEM disciplines, along with the arts and humanities, business and healthcare and education, will all intersect. Nearly everything we do and every field of study is touched by technology. The opportunity for innovation abounds. We must make the most of it. Student recruitment for this academic unit is underway thanks to a comprehensive digital marketing campaign, and we will welcome the first class this fall. We are recruiting for more than students at CIT. We are hiring 25 new faculty members, thanks to the generous funding we received from Charles Stewart Mott Foundation last summer. These large-scale hiring of tenured and tenure-track faculty is a rarity, and it'll take several years. However, we are hoping to welcome several new colleagues to U of M-Flint this fall. We are launching the college with 2 new exciting programs, Digital Manufacturing Technology and Information Technology and Informatics. And the next cohort of programs are equally exciting. The College of Innovation and Technology was very well received by our industry partners. And strengthening and growing this industry base is key to the success of CIT and its students. Some of our industry partners include General Motors, Ford Motor Company, Verizon Wireless, Nextier, and Consumers Energy. And this list is growing. These partners will offer internship opportunities to our students. They will work with faculty, ensuring that the curriculum remains current with the ever-changing world of technology. The new wing of the Murchie Science Building is a remarkable achievement, thanks to the solid planning and work by College of Arts and Sciences Dean Susan Gano-Phillips and then Associate Dean Chris Pearson. This new space will serve many programs, including ones from CIT. We are well into the planning for a new CIT building, and I'm hoping to be able to share some good news with you in the next couple of months. To give you an idea, this is a rendering that we have had developed to pursue the fundraising that we are in now. For those of you who are wondering where exactly this building might be, it is planned to be next to the white building on the north side of our campus. This beautiful new building will promote interdisciplinary academics. It'll be a sandbox for innovation, allowing community and industry to engage with U of M faculty and staff. It will also help infuse many of our existing programs with a technology and innovation component that will help create new, rich learning opportunities for students. All of our schools and colleges have reasons to be proud in the last year. There were numerous successes in academic affairs. For example, our nursing faculty and students were on the front lines throughout the pandemic, working in hospitals and other facilities. They still are. Just recently, our faculty and students have begun helping the Genesee County Health Department administering COVID-19 vaccines. This semester, the College of Health Sciences welcomed their inaugural cohort of students in the newly established Physician's Assistance Program, an in-demand academic program, the only one of its kind across the 3 campuses. The School of Management also received some very good news. Recently, the U.S. News & World Report ranked their online bachelor's business program 19th in the country, and it is the highest ranked in the state of Michigan. The Urban Institute is just one example of faculty and staff success of last year.
The time is now for such an institute. When you look at some of the inequities that exist throughout our country, within our city, and you look at the plethora of resources that exist within our campus, we recognize that there was no better time than now to bring this Urban Institute into fruition. And what is critically important about the Urban Institute is its name in and of itself. And when you think of Flint and everything that it has overcome and continue to grapple with today, it has to do with the race and systems of oppression and racism. We have to call it what it is. So, the Urban Institute is this entity that will bring about the richness that exists with our faculty that are steeped in research, as well as our community partners, so that together we can solve not only the ills that plague Flint, but the region, the state, the nation, the world.
Another example of faculty and staff success is the formation of the Office of Research and Economic Development. This unit brings together several departments, creates a focused effort on economic development through research and partnerships. It is a one-stop shop connecting our faculty and students to industry, government, and the community, and vice versa. In just a few short months, ORED has had many successes, and we are well positioned for the future. New research clusters have been created by ORED. They include urban sustainability and environmental health, led by Greg Robarczyk, arts and culture, led by Ben Gaidos, racial, economic, and environmental justice, co-led by Carmen Stokes and Toko Oshio, and the Center on Aging, led by Alon Goldberg. We are continually looking for ways to encourage and celebrate scholarly endeavors of faculty. Using funds saved from last year's inauguration, we created the Reconnect to Scholarship Program for mid-career faculty. In 2020, the recipient was Associate Professor Jessica Tischler, and this year, the recipients are Associate Professor Sapna Thwaite, Jessica Kells, and Shan Parker. Congratulations to all of them. Faculty excellence is at the heart of institutional excellence. But to grow excellence across the institution, it has to be nurtured, recognized, celebrated. Think of these as excellence multipliers. And we have made progress there as well by amending 2 gift endowments that have been in existence at U of M-Flint for years, and we have repurposed them for faculty. The Weingarten and Thompson endowments will now support new professorships for full professors and fellowships for associate professors. This increases the number of endowed positions at U of M-Flint from 3 last year to 12 this year. I am really happy about this. After the Regent's approval, we will announce the first cohort of Weingarten professors, and then move on to the selection of Thompson Fellows and Thompson Professors, which can also be used to recruit outstanding scholars to UM-Flint. As we grow our research endeavors, I want you to know UM-Flint remains steadfastly committed to outstanding teaching and learning. An important attribute of our accomplished faculty is their dedication to students.
We have learned that we can teach differently, and differently doesn't necessarily mean less than.
I love the students. Being able to talk to a student and hear about what their dream is and know that I have the experience, I have some connections and contacts that might help them get there is hands down my favorite part of teaching here.
To have a professor that knows you not just as a number in a seat, but as a real person and knows like your career goals and what you want out of life, that's an experience that you're not going to get anywhere else.
I got to know my students in a much more personal way. And while their education changed, I didn't feel that their education suffered. I still was able to really deliver, and they were able to continue to learn at the level that I would expect them to learn. I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of all of our faculty and proud of all of our students.
You will rarely find an academic campus without construction signs, and so it is for us. But think of these as signposts along the path to modernization of UM-Flint facilities. I hope you saw the virtual grand opening of the Murchie Science Building extension. 61,000 square feet were added. It is really good. 20,000 square feet of the White Building has now been renovated for research, and new student collaboration spaces have been created. These renovations will make the White Building more energy efficient and reduce our operational costs. The University Tower renovations will begin soon, and new office spaces will come online this summer. Finally, the renovations in the Riverfront Conference Center, which is Genesee County's largest event space, is nearing completion. This will create high-quality space for hosting large campus and community events for years to come. As a campus that values innovation from all sectors, we created a platform for our staff to bring new and creative ideas to fruition. The UM-Flint Staff Entrepreneurial Award was launched last year. Nick Custer, Innovation Services Manager in ORED, was the first award recipient. Our excellent staff have been behind many of the successes of this last several months. They have been working hard both on and off campus. Many staff have kept working on campus during the pandemic, maintaining everything from buildings to computer servers and more. The teams from facilities and operations, public safety, EHS, EBS, ITS remain on campus every day, ensuring that projects are completed on schedule and keeping physical facilities safe for those who must come to campus. They are the frontline essential workers of UM-Flint, and we owe them a debt of gratitude for their selfless service during this very difficult time. In the last year, we made some key hires and moves. Our distinguished Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Sonja Feast-Price, started last August. Chris Pearson was appointed the inaugural Dean of the College of Innovation Technology, and Cynthia McKern, the incoming Dean of the School of Nursing, will join us in March. The search for a new Dean of the School of Education and Human Services is currently underway. Heather Dawson, faculty member from biology, took on the helm as the first executive director of the new Office of Research and Economic Development. Jen Hogan returns to her roots as executive director of marketing and digital strategies. Both of these units report to the Office of Chancellor. We continually look for ways to consolidate where we can, to exploit synergies, enhance collaborations, reduce costs, and strengthen the overall university. ORED brought together research, university outreach, and economic development into one unit, and it is already bringing about positive results for the university. The new Marketing and Digital Strategies Department is working collaboratively across the campus to help us increase visibility for our academic programs and help reach our enrollment goals. University advancement has also been restructured, and the team is now focused on pursuing large gifts and increasing the donor base. With the absence of events due to the pandemic, Office of Events and Building Services has streamlined their operations to be even more efficient. Finally, the Chancellor and Provost offices have reduced staff and the funds repurposed for faculty and academic initiatives. As an organization, we must continually seek to modernize legacy systems and processes, reduce administration, and lower operating costs. These are things we have to control because there are headwinds we have to navigate at this time. Transparency and truth matters, and in difficult times, they matter the most. That is why I need to reiterate our reality. It comes to us as no surprise that as an institution, we have challenges to overcome. The enrollment decline must be addressed. It was going to be a tough fight without a global pandemic, and now it's more difficult. State appropriations continue to trend down. In fact, the drop has been 12.6% per FTE since 2008. Michigan now ranks in the lower half of the 50 states for state appropriation. Apart from tuition and state appropriations, universities have 3 additional sources of revenue: external grants, tech transfer, and philanthropy. We are now organized to grow in each of these 3 areas, and we must. I'm calling on everyone to help jumpstart our philanthropic efforts this year by participating in the Giving Blue Day, which is coming up on March 10th. I hope that you'll all give to a program or area that means most to you, whether it's a scholarship fund, research project, or any other initiative that helps the campus. More details on this event will be released soon, but a heads up, we are aiming big, so get ready. We have made very good progress, but there is still more to do. And out of the challenges of 2020, there will be opportunities for us to seize. The future is ours to create. In Michigan, we know about the declining number of high school graduates. While that is a challenge, we are limiting ourselves to think that's the only way to grow enrollment. We need a culture shift to thinking about the opportunities that are out there, including the fact that higher education is a growing sector. The national growth of higher education is trending up, with a 3% increase in students expected through 2028. Globally, it's even better. Higher education is expected to grow by 4.2% every year through 2040. Michigan cannot be our only market. The world has to be our market. To meet the challenge, we have to modify our approach. The Office of Extended Learning will be renamed Online and Digital Education. The new name signals a change. We will strive to offer a robust group of courses, full degree programs, online to anyone, anywhere in the country and the world. A year ago, this may have sounded like a daunting proposition, but think about it. In a matter of days, in just 2 to 3 days, last March, the university successfully moved nearly the entire academic enterprise online. It was not easy, but look at how we have grown and learned. We now have the knowledge to be competitive in this new domain. Faculty will need help and support, and we will provide that. As we implement our strategy, we must enhance collaboration. As I've said before, we need community partnerships, industry alliances, and state and federal connections to help us get to where we need to go. We are engaging with new companies, organizations, and seeking out new state and federal programs to compete for. Our goals for the next decade are the same from last year. We will get to 10,000 students through our initiatives and by reaching new markets. We will increase our second-year retention rate to 75% and get our graduation rate to 65%. And for all of us, we want UM-Flint to be a great place to work, where we come together to collaborate with that famous Flint entrepreneurial spirit on a campus that is welcoming to all, rich with diversity. Look, all of this is possible. Consider all that was accomplished last year against incredible odds. We must have the resolve to persist, to overcome the challenges that face us. We must recommit to our university and to each other to do what it takes to embrace change and opportunity. If we do those things, and I know we can, we will achieve the results we need to reposition the university, ensure student success, and revitalize the greater Flint community. Know this, there is no place I would rather be than here with you, working together for U of M-Flint.
A new year is underway, one that offers possibilities, promise, and positive momentum to strengthen and sustain our university. The future is ours to create. It's up to us. Let's rise to the moment and resolve to recommit to our mission, our students, and our community for results that will collectively benefit the greater good.
Go Blue!
Go Blue! Go Blue! Go Blue! Go Blue!
Go Blue!